So I started as a sportscaster in Washington. And I did a talk show named Panorama, and I anchored the weekend news, but I also was the sportscaster. And I loved doing sports. And, of course, my father, obviously, I learned at his knee. So it's now the 1970s. George Allen is the coach. It's around, I think it's the year after they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Dolphins in 1973. And I'm still doing sports. And I'm in the locker room one day, and I asked George Allen, I see this bottle of pills. Now, in the 1970s, everybody was saying everybody was hopped up, everybody was taking drugs and everything else. And I'm looking at this bottle of pills. I mean, it could have been salt pills, who knows? And I say to George Allen, I said, Coach, can you tell me what's in that bottle? And he looks at me and he says, Maury, are you with us or against us? And I said to myself, I got to get out of sports.
Get out.
I can't do it anymore. If I need a loyalty test, I got to get out. Yeah. Were you ever faced with something like that?
Every day, they want you to be with them. They want you to be with them, and
everybody's faced with that. Yeah, sure. Everybody gets that all the time. If you cover a team, it's just assumed by people on the team that you are for them all the time and will protect them. And when you don't, because you're doing your job, they are wounded and they get angry and hostile and they get threatening. And that's all part of the job. And if you injected Wilbon and me with truth serum and you said, what's the biggest difference now between what you do and what these other people on television do? It's that they never went through that, Maury. They never were in that cauldron. They never surveyed that battlefield. They never began to understand the sort of politics that goes on when you cover a team. They've just sat around and had opinions. And it's right, Mike, it's just so complete. Our training is so different, and it stays with us to this day. And that's why I think we can really like every event that's in front of us.